Does this picture look familiar to you? This picture has taken over the internet by storm for the past 2 years and has spread through thousands of communities and websites like the plague. The image that has been consistent in sparking brand new innovative horror ideas in the YouTube and horror game landscape, going as far as reaching videos with over 14 million views. But what actually is this picture? As for many, this picture has aroused not one but many questions to those who have first witnessed this picture on the web. I know for a fact that my initial reaction to this image was, "This is amazing, wow, I cannot even walk, wow, my ass is butt." This picture has become known as an online urban legend called the Backrooms, a creepypasta concept of no clipping and getting stuck in an endless area full of randomly generated rooms for you to wander in. The picture originated from 4chan, where on May 12, 2019, the picture was posted in a thread where an anonymous user asked for others to post disquieting images that just feel off. And this was the beginning of a really weird horror genre. After 2 years of minimal activity, the Backrooms have catched the eye of many internet users. Going from YouTubers talking about the picture and the idea of the creepypasta, which made the Backrooms get exposure fast. By April 2022, the Backrooms have reached their popularity peak on the internet. YouTube was getting more and more Backrooms related content on the platform, and eventually, the most impactful video for the Backrooms creepypasta was posted. On January 7, 2022, a video titled "The Backrooms Found Footage" was uploaded to YouTube by at that time 16-year-old YouTuber Kane Pixels. To say that the video he made is incredible would be very insulting, because the video got 49 million views, and Kane Pixels is now going to direct an actual feature film because of this video. It's insane. Can you imagine me directing a film? I can even make clear points apparently. The influence that the Backrooms had on the internet is massive, to say the least. The picture influenced a huge popularity in the internet aesthetic that is liminal spaces. Now, I'm gonna put my smart hat on, and that smart hat is a Ram Ranch type hat.
Welcome home, Ashen One.
What is exactly a liminal space? No one knows, my friend. Millions of qualified scientists, surgeons, even dumbass YouTubers tried to answer this question, and it all went down to one simple definition. A liminal space is a transitioning space. The definition is here. Most of these pictures that you see are in places that are supposed to be full of people but are in fact abandoned. And these spots are locations that you most of the time go through either when traveling or on the way back home. Places such as empty malls, empty gas stations, empty subways apparently. The problem and the reason why it is really hard to define a liminal space is because some pictures, such as the Backrooms one, are in no transitioning space whatsoever. It's legit just walls with grammatized background and a carpet that through the picture you can feel the stink. Some people call a liminal space just a place that gives you an eerie but at the same time nostalgic feeling, and I personally think that definition is probably the most correct. There's no way a bingo hall is a goddamn liminal space. But why has the internet fallen in love with liminal spaces and the Backrooms in general? I asked this question to myself all the way back in 2022, when the Backrooms have somewhat reached their peak. What makes these pictures so interesting, and why are people obsessed with them? I tried thinking logically, which is already unusual. It is obvious that there is no concrete answer, but I have a few theories which I think are logical. There are two answers that I personally think and have seen other people in communities say why they think they like liminal spaces. The first one being that liminal spaces give that feeling of being comforting and look like the ability to escape from reality. Look, we all sometimes want to be alone. Sometimes we get pushed so hard into a corner and everything is starting to pile up, both work-wise and mentally. That's why my liminal space is GM Construct. These pictures look like the ability to escape from the real world and go into a place where it's just you. And when things get a bit hard, sometimes taking that time alone is really the best decision you can make. And the second theory is that liminal spaces take us back to our childhood, and that automatically ties in with nostalgia. How can these images link to nostalgia? I I think that once we were little, everything in the world seemed so weird because we didn't know anything about the world. And now as we have grown, we realize how well most of the world works. And these pictures give you that feeling of uncertainty and the unknown, a feeling that you felt when you were little and confused about everything. I want to remind you this video is about a single picture. I genuinely tried so hard to find and to think of why the internet really likes liminal spaces. And the only answers that I think are most accurate are these two. Because we cannot forget the fact that the whole world was kind of in a mess by some Trojan virus floating around. And since literally everything was changing at that time, everyone needed that ability to just disconnect. And I think that these images grant that ability. Most of them make you feel lost, and that feeling somehow ties in with nostalgia when you were feeling lost as a kid too. At least that's how it is for me. Most pictures such as roads and hotels gave me flashbacks to specific road trips, and that alone is plenty of room for you to remember those memories and disconnect from the lockdown well. And I think that is why the internet has fallen in love with the aesthetic of liminal spaces. It is crazy that a single picture could start such a trend on the internet and even impact the popularity of an internet aesthetic. And the fact that over 49 million people have watched a single video of the Backrooms is also evidence that the demand for them is strong. I seriously cannot wait for the Backrooms movie. I think it will do really good. And I don't even watch movies, by the way. I just play Fall Guys or something. I don't know. But once you have found out about the picture that took over the internet, there's still one huge question left. And you can find out about it by clicking the subscribe button right here and watching this video too.